as she's making this first start here at Daytona, guys.
I think that's great advice, and that's what we saw with that first caution with May Tyrrell doing that loop there on the back straightaway. Those fast movements, at these speeds with these cars, they just don't understand, how to have the grip. And as you see Corey Heim looking on, he'll be racing on Sunday against me and everybody else in the field, and they obviously have a pretty close relationship, and obviously this weekend a close working relationship.
Yeah, Corey had a pretty good season in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series last year.
I think the best ever.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, what an amazing job he did last year. And really, it's ever since he came into the Truck Series.
So Reimer is going to restart in the top 10 after, again, 13 cars, including the drivers who led the opening stanza of this race. Isabella Robusto and Gus Dean, who started on the front row, they elected to come down and put fuel in their cars on the caution that came out on lap 20. Daniel Dye is now the leader. Before we go green, we'll go down to Alex.
Yeah, guys, an interesting little nugget that I'm hearing across several radios and scanners as I listen in is that, including the 3 leaders up front, but throughout the field, drivers are wanting to avoid working with Cletus McFarland. They say he's too dangerous and too movie and squirrely on these super speedways. So an interesting nugget that we're trying to avoid one specific driver on the racetrack.
There's going to be about 4.5 million fans of Cletus that are not going to be happy with whoever is relaying that information.
That's a tough take.
Alex better not mention names. She better not mention names.
But there is some truth to having to really represent yourself well and keep a car straight. And I know Cletus wants to do that today.
Cletus is going to restart on the inside of the second row as we get set to light the fuse once more. It'll be 57 laps to go in the General Tire 200. Daniel Dye with a push from Ryan Marcus gets us back underway.
See a great jump there by Daniel Dye, as Eric said, and he's able to jump down to the bottom. First time we've kind of seen Ryan Vargas cracking in the top 5. He's been kind of silent inside the top 10, but has a ton of experience across the National Series, so I know he's looking forward to this race. And you see those nitro cars already in the back getting formed up as we see this pack really ripping through turn 1 and 2, and it's going to be interesting to see how quickly those nitro cars can get back to the front with this strategy call.
Yeah, I think when they get there, they're going to go to the top of the racetrack, and they're going to have a head of steam for sure.
Yeah, I mean, they've already made it back inside the top 15 here.
And there's 5 of them in lockstep formation as Sean Corr propels Ryan Vargas to battle for the lead alongside Daniel Dye in the 24.
You see that side draft coming into play. 91 cars pulling back that 24 car on the bottom and setting up a decent run into tri-oval for Vargas to hopefully lead this lap.
Watch that line of white cars right behind the yellow car on the outside. Here they come. If there's a lane open to the top, they're going to take it.
And this is where it starts to get interesting, because when you get this 3 wide scenario, is one of these drivers tries to block it and is unsuccessful. This 3 wide usually ends up hurting one lane, and typically in these up to speed laps, man, you see it really close off there with Moyer. In these up to speed laps, it usually ends up hurting this outside lane. So as you see another driver jump up in front of it, and it's going to be